If a cute little animal is able to make music with their bare hands, then so can I. Hey everyone, this is Rabbit Ball Animation Bliss, and welcome to my At the Movies corner, where I talk about the most recent animated films that were released. So today's animated film we talk about today is Netflix's most recent animated film, Vivo. And before I get into my thoughts about this movie, here are a few words from the channel. Alright Animaniacs, now let's get on the social media train. Want to chat with us in 100 words or less? Then check out our Twitter account. Want to chat with us within a group? Then check out our Facebook account. Want to get the lowdown on everything dealing with animation on this channel? Then check all of the above. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So the movie starts off with a kinkajou named Vivo, whose owner is an elderly old man named Andreas. And together they made beautiful music out on the streets, and that was how they were able to make a living. One day, however, Andreas gets a letter from his childhood friend who has become a famous singer, and Andreas decided to go to Miami, Florida to meet up with her. But Vivo wasn't really happy about this since he wanted to stay in Cuba. But he realizes that Andreas really wanted to go to Miami, so he was okay with Andreas going to Miami. But unfortunately, the next day, Andreas ends up dying in his sleep, and it turns out that Andreas had written a song for his childhood friend in Miami. And when Vivo realizes this, he decided that he was going to go to Miami, Florida to deliver the last song that Andreas written for his best friend. But along the way, Vivo ends up meeting a young girl named Gabby, who was ostracized by her classmates for being different, and he and Gabby decide to go on this journey to Miami, Florida to meet up with Andreas' old friend, so that way Vivo can deliver the song that Andreas wrote for his childhood friend. Now, I have a confession to make. I honestly never knew much about this movie because Netflix didn't really promote this movie much. They did the exact same thing with Wish Dragon, which I talked about in that video. But yeah, I didn't know about this movie's existence until I looked it up on Netflix one day, and I was like, oh, this is a movie that came out 2021, I better review it. And I was interested in checking out this film because the premise sounds really interesting, and I never seen a film that stars a kinkajou before, or maybe for the remainder of this video I'm probably going to call him a cute little animal creature. But anyway, the premise was really interesting, and so I decided to check out this film. So after I watched this film, I actually ended up enjoying this film. So let's talk about some of the things I did like about this film. The first thing I really liked about this film was the animation itself. I thought that the animation was very vibrant and beautiful to look at. And I really love the fact that this film was able to combine both CGI animation and 2D animation all into one film. It actually makes the film very unique, and because of the fact that we haven't seen 2D animation in films for a while, has really made me happy to see some 2D animation in this film. And I really like how this film was able to utilize the 2D animation. Another thing I really liked about this film were the visual effects. I love how the song numbers were done in such a visually stunning way, as things get very colorful whenever a song number comes up, and it really expresses the characters' feelings very well with all of these catchy song numbers and how the colors are able to reenact the energy of those songs. And then another thing I really liked about the movie were the songs themselves. I actually found most of the songs in this movie to be very catchy. I love the fact that this movie has a more modern day pop soundtrack, as it makes this movie really stand out from all the other films that use an orchestral sounding soundtrack for their musical numbers. And the fact that most of the singers in this film did such a good job in singing out these songs, I really found myself enjoying all the songs in this film, as they were very catchy and fun to listen to. And then the last thing I like about this film was how heartwarming and how cute it was. I like the fact that Vivo, the cute little animal character, while he may be snarky at times, he actually did care about Andreas, and the fact that he made it his mission to deliver the song that Andreas wrote for his childhood friend to his childhood friend was really heartwarming to me, because it shows how much Vivo really cares for Andreas and how he wanted to make Andreas' dream come true. And then I like Vivo's developing relationship with Gabby, the young girl who's considered to be weird by her peers, but she actually turns out to be one of the most hilarious and energetic characters throughout the film. And I do like the growing relationship that Vivo has with Gabby throughout the film. Now, if there was a problem that I had with this film, is that I felt like some of the characters weren't that well developed. Like, there was a lot of background characters in this movie that we don't know much about. Like, I wanted to know more about Gabby's mom and why she's the way she is with Gabby. I wanted to know more about the Girl Scouts that Gabby hangs out with and why they seem to be a bit antagonistic towards Gabby herself. And then there was a part in the film when they introduced these two birds into the film, and we didn't get a lot of development from these characters. So I found myself not really caring about the other supporting characters besides Vivo and Gabby and Andreas, because I felt like the other characters didn't get a lot of development, and so I felt myself not really caring about the other characters, even though I really wanted to care about the other characters. Another problem that I have with this film was that I wish that there was some more deeper moments between Vivo and Gabby. Like, I felt like I could have bought their friendship a bit better if they had some more deeper moments between Gabby and Vivo. Like, maybe have Gabby explain to Vivo about how she lost her father, or maybe have Vivo kind of understand where Gabby's coming from, because it's like he lost Andreas and Andreas was pretty much a father figure to him. So maybe you could have had it set up in the film where Gabby and Vivo kind of connect with each other due to both of them losing their loved ones at some point in their lives. And the way that they handle Vivo trying to communicate with humans was a little confusing in this film. Like, it reminded me a lot of the Garfield comics, where Garfield seems like he's talking towards the audience, but John, his owner, doesn't really understand what Garfield's saying. And the same thing happens in this film, where Vivo's like kind of talking to the audience, but the human characters don't understand what he's saying. And I found that a bit confusing at times, because I'm like, okay, do the human characters understand what Vivo's saying when he's singing, or they still don't understand him? I'm a bit confused on that. So I was a bit confused about how Vivo's able to communicate with the humans throughout this film. But overall, I really enjoyed watching Vivo, despite the fact that a lot of characters weren't that well developed, and I wish that there was some more deeper moments between Gabby and Vivo. I do like how energetic this film is. I really love all the song numbers, as they were very catchy, and I like the fact that this film was very heartwarming and cute, and I just love the animation itself, as the combination between the CGI animation and the 2D animation really made this film stand out to me. So that's my review on Vivo, and tell me in the comments down below, have you seen Vivo? And if you have, did you like the film? Did you hate the film? And what was your favorite animated musical that stars a talking animal? Please feel free to tell me in the comments down below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit's blog, Animation Bliss, and I'll see you guys later.